My cousin attacked me. I fought back in self-defense. Now everyone hates me except Dad. My cousin attacked me, so I punched her back to defend myself. But now, everyone's acting like I'm some kind of criminal just because I hit a girl. Everyone except my dad, that is. This all started after I posted about it on Reddit, in the r/throwawakid subreddit. Then my 14-year-old cousin's uncle showed up at my house wanting to talk to my parents. I thought it was ridiculous, especially with COVID still going on, but they came anyway. But before I dive into all that, let me say this. I've noticed the channel's been slowing down a bit lately. If you're here and you like these stories, hitting that subscribe button is the easiest way to show support. It's fast, it's free, and it really helps keep this community growing strong. They brought my cousin, Tessa. She's 16. Normally, Tessa and I get along pretty well. But yesterday, that all went out the window. We got into this dumb argument over a game console, basically, who got the good controller and who was stuck with the bad one. Things took a turn for the worse when I refused to give her the better controller because, well, it's my system. She tried to snatch the remote from me, but while doing that, she actually slapped me across the face with her nails. I started bleeding and walked away to the bathroom. I don't know if she was pumped up on adrenaline or what, but suddenly I hear her nails scratching at me again. Then she grabbed me and punched me right in the face, all in the heat of the moment. So, I hit her back, punched her in the stomach, and she fell down screaming. That's when her dad came rushing up the stairs, and without even asking what happened, he went straight for me. He grabbed me, ready to throw a punch. Luckily, my dad jumped in and stopped him before it got physical. The two of them started yelling at each other pretty loudly. Meanwhile, my mom and Marcus were trying to calm my cousin down. Eventually, my dad told all of them to get out of the house. Since then, I've been getting texts and calls from family members calling me a woman beater. The only person who's on my side is my dad. My mom says she believes me, but she's acting distant and cold. I honestly don't know how to fix this or stop my family from falling apart even more. I've blocked my cousin and her parents, but I'm stuck on what to do next. On top of that, I feel like my uncle's itching for a fight with me. One comment I read said, as a mom of daughters, I totally get that you have the right to defend yourself. Girls don't get a free pass to just punch and hit you because you're a boy. If you had really beaten her up, it would be a different story. Maybe that's true. But I matched her force with equal force. I didn't start it, and I shouldn't have to just take it. Yeah, a man should never hit a woman, but a woman shouldn't hit a man either. Another comment made me wonder, she's probably telling her parents a whole different version. What about those scratches on your face? Doesn't anyone wonder how you got those if you only punched her once and she immediately screamed and fell down? I guess she'll claim it was a long fight and she scratched you while defending herself, but then wouldn't she be more hurt too? Like, where exactly did you hit her that left no bruises or marks? I'm pretty sure she doesn't have any marks or bruises. Honestly, I'm still kind of shocked that a 16-year-old would get that violent with me. When I was younger, my brother and I fought sometimes, but by the time I was 16, I wouldn't dream of laying hands on a 14-year-old, unless, of course, it was in self-defense. Tessa really should have known better. She was acting like a kid half her age. One comment I read said something like, given their ages, I don't really see what the gender argument is about here. They're just kids, and your cousin is probably further along in puberty anyway. Are you way bigger than her or something? So here's my answer. She's just a little taller than me. About my uncle, he's usually pretty chill with me. He even buys me candy sometimes. I'm wondering if this whole thing with him being upset is just a one-time thing, and if he'll eventually calm down. I'd really like to keep my relationships with everyone intact, but if it gets worse, then maybe I'll have to stop talking to him. I don't know exactly what my cousin has been telling everyone, but I made sure to tell my parents my side of the story. My dad is completely on my side, but my mom has been acting distant whenever I talk to her. She says she believes me, but it feels cold. For example, one time I asked what's for dinner, and she just replied, I don't know, but do you respect females? I was totally thrown off. What does that have to do with dinner? She keeps throwing little digs like that. Here's some extra info. My parents said they want to talk to me about all this tomorrow, so I'm probably done replying to comments for now. I'll update later once everything's settled. I'm still reading what people are saying, though, and based on the advice, I think I have a plan for what I want to say and do. I know this is a serious situation, but I want to end this part on a lighter note. She took my Xbox controller. I don't know how I missed her sneaking it out of the room, but I'm definitely going to get it back, or buy a new one if I have to. Update, 3 days later. Thanks to everyone's advice, this will be my first and last update. Many of you asked where my uncle stands in all this. He's my mom's brother. I don't think my dad's side of the family even knows or cares what happened. So, the day after I posted, my parents sat me down to talk. Right away, my mom apologized. She said she didn't know who to believe at first. She also said that no matter what happened, nobody should have gotten into a fight. She said a lot of things, but the main point was that she didn't mean to hurt me with what she said. She was just disappointed and embarrassed that a fight even happened. I asked her if my dad hadn't been there, would she have tried to stop my uncle when he came up the stairs? She said she would have tried to stop him, and that she didn't think he was actually going to hurt me. Honestly, based on how she's been acting during all this, I'm not sure I believe her, but at least she apologized. So things are back to normal between us. My dad said that me fighting Tessa wasn't nearly as important as the fact that my uncle grabbed me. But he also said I should apologize to my cousin for hitting her, and he'd handle my uncle. When I brought this up on Reddit, some people said I shouldn't have to apologize if it was self-defense. My dad told me that sometimes you have to be the mature one, and even if you were wronged, taking the high road helps. He said next time, People will be more likely to side with whoever tries to make peace, instead of the person who refuses to. He said apologizing was totally my choice. I wasn't planning on it at first, but I kind of agreed with him and decided I would say sorry. He also told me that before I talked to Tessa, he and my mom would speak with the rest of the family and my uncle about what happened. Later that day, most of the family apologized for the texts and calls they'd sent me. I'm guessing my parents did talk to some of them. A few didn't, but honestly, that's fine. Anyway, the ones who did apologize said that Tessa and her parents told a different story than mine. According to Tessa, she had the remote first. She said I tried to take it from her, and in the process, I broke her nails when I grabbed her hand. She claimed she was just walking out of the room to tell her parents when I grabbed her to stop her and even blocked the door. She said she slapped me because I wouldn't let go of her. I'm assuming that's what she told her parents. She slapped me with the hand that didn't have broken nails. That's the only way to explain the scratch on my face. Then, of course, I punched her. The people who apologized also said they shouldn't have gotten involved without hearing both sides of the story first. I just told them, thanks for apologizing, but it's pretty messed up how you all just talk trash about me to family without knowing the full story. Some stopped responding after that, but a few kept apologizing. I'm not ready to forgive them for all the texts and calls they sent me, but at least I'm glad they admitted they were wrong. Later that day, my parents asked me to call Tessa. I called once, and it just rang once, so I'm guessing she blocked me too. So we decided to call my uncle instead. My dad asked him to apologize for grabbing me and to put Tessa on the phone so we could all move on. My uncle said no. That turned into a big argument. Long story short, I'm no longer welcome at my uncle's house, and they're not welcome at ours. My mom tried to calm everyone down, but it didn't work. My uncle is stuck on the idea that no matter what, I should never hit a woman. He also said I should consider myself lucky my dad was there because any dad with a daughter wouldn't let their girl get hit by someone. In the end, most of the family apologized and started talking to me again. As for the ones who didn't apologize, I don't know what's going on with them. My uncle's definitely banned from our house now. I lost an Xbox controller somewhere in all this. I have no clue what Tessa's up to these days. Some people guess she might be pregnant, she's not. But honestly, at this point, I'm done with her anyway. I figure my dad, mom, and uncle will work things out eventually. But until then, it really doesn't bother me. Things are as good as they're going to get for now. To the family members who did apologize, I still want to keep talking to them. I'm hoping they didn't really mean the harsh things they said, and were just angry in the moment. For the ones who didn't apologize, I'm done talking to them. My mom wants me to, since it's her family, but she said she won't force me. My dad told me it's my choice whether to keep talking to them or not. So yeah, that's where I'm at. One Reddit comment that stood out said, "Your uncle is the reason Tessa thinks she can get away with putting her hands on people. Maybe it's actually a good thing that they're not welcome around anymore. They sound like a pretty toxic bunch. Honestly, you and your family are better off without all that drama." One commenter said, "By the way, tell your mom about when she said her brother wouldn't have hit you, but then also said you were lucky your dad was nearby. I wonder what that even means." Another one added, "She's trying to downplay what her brother did, making it sound less serious and basically excusing turning her back on you or just standing on the sidelines. She's really not on your side at all. You're lucky to have your dad. Otherwise, it would have been you all alone against everyone." I didn't even bring it up with my mom because by then, things were almost over. One more comment said, "The only real loss here was the controller. But I told them, no, this actually matters a lot. I'm broke right now, so I have to wait before I can buy a new one." Someone else asked, "Was it the good controller she took or the damaged one? Did she actually manage to walk out of your house with the good controller after all that?" I told them she took my good one. The bad one still works, but the buttons are stiff and it's not the same.